Pretty little shorty coming out of the suburbs. Don't think it's sweet, boo, you can still get murked. My name all in your mouth, bet it tastes like dessert. Mad I got the juice and you dry like the desert. Why you mad, eh? Cause I'm in my bag, eh? Worry about me, worry about your showing price tag. See me glowing up and all these haters wanna be mad. Stuck in the same spot while I'm getting jet lag. Catch me out of state, making a moves becoming great. Ain't solid now, but when you eatin', everybody wanna plate. Wanna see it at the table, wanna act like they grateful. Don't mess with outsiders, y'all looking real unstable. If anything, they should ask me how I do it. Start taking notes, recording my every moving. I know that I'm the best and I ain't gotta.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to KB's community. I clap. Oh, there goes the clap.
It works.
It works. I'm here today with Clayton. He is a dope artist.
What's up?
And all around dope guy.
Appreciate it. Happy to be here.
Happy to have you. So what you been up to?
Been chilling, making music, kicking it with friends, enjoying the summer sun, going on walks, going on runs, staying active, just trying to grow some more.
Good for you.
Yeah. What you been up to?
Pretty much on the same thing.
Dope.
Yeah, that or tired at home. Just kind of tucked, trying to recharge my people battery.
Yeah.
Spend some time with my kitten.
You got a kitten? What's your kitten's name?
Okay, so
Why you gotta say okay?
Because I named her Kylie because my name is Kendall. So I thought Kendall and Kylie was kind of funny.
Do you ever call her Kai? Or just...
I do. Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Okay. Word.
Yeah.
So you've been chilling?
I've been chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what have you been working on lately?
A lot of music. I have I had a whole EP actually recorded that I was like almost ready to drop. I had a couple music videos on the way for, but I kind of sat back on them and I was like, is this the best possible shit I can make? And I was like, you know what? A couple of the songs are, but like the whole thing is not. So I kind of took a step back and I have those 2 songs ready. So those will be coming pretty soon. So
okay.
Outside of that, I'm working on an album. So I just recorded 15 songs this past week. So I'm just trying to sift through those and make sure I know I've had a few friends check them out just to give me constructive criticism. And I have at least 12 good ones.
Okay.
So from there, I'll kind of go to the next step and then figure out 9 good ones. And then maybe we'll see how many I end up with. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So what made you feel like what you wanted to make into the EP wasn't quite good enough or wasn't quite up to like your quality standards?
Yeah, I feel like I didn't challenge myself enough on it. I feel like the songs came out in a free flow manner, which is important, but I think at the same time there wasn't a whole ton of different stuff that I did, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like my flows and like my pitch and stuff like that was all kind of, my melodies were all in kind of a similar area as what you would expect of me, which people enjoy, luckily. Shout out to everyone who listens. But I wanted to dig deeper, if that makes sense, and like challenge myself and come up with some shit that people are not used to hearing specifically, but still fits the bill of what my catalog kind of brings.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you feel like it sounded too much like other stuff that you already made, or it sounded too much like somebody else?
I think neither. I think there are different songs for sure, but I think that you could guess that I would go in that direction. When the song comes on, it's like, oh, this is cool. I don't want that. I want like, this shit is crazy. So that's kind of where I'm trying to step into more. So
got you.
Yeah. So I'm excited.
So you like more of like okay, so when we were in the studio together, you were telling me about your taste in music.
Yeah.
So before I insert anything, can you just tell everybody else a little bit about what your taste in music is and what your influences are?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I like the R&B shit, of course. I like the sexy shit, play it in a room full of women. They're all going to dance a lot and enjoy. And then I also like the vibes that are sit in a room and just really think about your thoughts and stuff. So the second option I stated, I attribute more to like Frank Ocean, like Daniel Caesar type of stuff. The first option that's like you'll hear out like in a low lit club or something like that, like with some good energies, like Lucky Day, like Fabo is a newer artist I've been really into. Um, but then I also like, more upbeat type of stuff. I like Smino a lot. I'm really into like trap music, stuff like that too. So kind of
Okay.
depends. Yeah, depends on the
You
mood.
like trap music?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Gunna. I like all that type of shit. Yeah.
Have you ever attempted to make any
Mm, I have
in
for
the past when
fun.
you were like looking for your sound or anything?
Nah,
Nah.
I never saw it as an option for my sound. I mean,
Okay.
it could be, of course, but I don't really feel
Mm.
it within me.
But you've experimented with it, like you've
Yeah,
made
me and my
just to,
friends will just like make a trap beat and then just like start freestyling and shit.
yeah,
Yeah, and that'll
just
be
for
fun.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll change my voice or something like that.
Mm.
Yeah.
I want to hear it.
Let's
How
see.
many of them you have?
Like 100.
Really?
Yeah.
You just have a whole bunch of throwaway trap songs.
Yeah. A lot
Oh
of
my
them.
god, I want to hear. I wonder if it's good. Is it good?
Yeah, I wouldn't say so, but some might. Right?
Somebody might like
Yeah,
it. But that's off brand for you. So
a little bit, but
yeah.
I love experimenting and doing fun stuff. This new project, you'll definitely hear like more like flowing, like actually like kind of rapping type of shit along
Okay.
with the singing stuff. So I think you'll see not necessarily trap because the production on it still it's not trap production, but you'll kind of hear like some flows and stuff like that that are interesting and different for me. So I'm excited.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm excited too.
Mhm.
So, you have been featured on Lyrical Lemonade, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
can you tell me a little bit about that? What songs were featured, and like what was your favorite thing that they said about you in the
Yeah.
articles?
So I was featured twice actually. So the first song I had featured was shit. This is like 2019. I had a song called Tomorrow, which is one of my first songs I put out, and a guy that I knew reached out to me and said he really liked the song, and I told him that I have a video coming too for it. And he's like, "Bro, I want to like feature it on Lyrical Lemonade." So, yeah, he did that and
Wow.
put it out there, wrote about it, posted it all over.
Okay. Did he find you on social media, or is he somebody that you like already knew
Like
somehow?
social media and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. So we grew up around the same area, so like we kind of knew of each other. So
Okay.
I
Because I
think
was
that
gonna
helped.
say you weren't like afraid at first it was a scam when you first hit your
No,
DM, but it's
no,
somebody that you were already like
I was
kind of
aware of
aware
him.
of.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. So
Okay.
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
that's dope.
yeah,
That's
definitely.
really
And then
dope.
the
That's
second time, shit, what song? Oh, my song Pigment was featured, I believe, which I released like a year or so ago. Um, yeah, they just rocked with it and the video and stuff and put it out. Um, I think the first article said that's one of Milwaukee's finest or something. I was like, well, that's nice of you.
yeah.
They gave great descriptions of like the feeling of the song and just my growth and how special I am. So that was great to hear and see on such a large platform. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Absolutely. I'm sure it made you feel like really good.
yeah,
Probably motivated you to make something else after that.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Cool.
So maybe I'll be featured on the next thing later.
I'm sure you will. You already got the connect, so I'm sure
Yeah,
you can keep using it.
either that. I wanna be on like fucking GQ or something now,
Oh, okay.
like Vogue, like fucking
You take
double
really
XL or
great
something.
pictures,
Thank
though.
you.
Like awesome
Appreciate it.
pictures. Is it generally your vision, or do you have someone else who like sees a vision and then kind of helps you go the direction for your shoots?
It kind of goes both ways. I've had people just like, yo, we need a model for this specific shoot for a concept that I have. If you would like to be a part of it, like we would love to have you. So I'll do that. And then there's times like some of the ones I've had for my projects that I released, I've been like, yo, whoever it is, I want to do this kind of vibe with this aesthetic and set it up this way. And then they'll kind of help me through that process. So yeah,
Very cool.
kind of goes both ways.
So you do modeling as well?
I'd say so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's mostly just if someone has a concept that oftentimes they reach out to me, which is really cool. I guess I just started posting nice pictures and people liked it. So yeah.
Cool. Do you have any partnerships? Any like clothing lines you work with or
Not really too much. No,
okay.
no, regular stuff. If anyone does want to work with me, let me
Hit
know,
them up.
please. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I definitely have some people I respect a lot that I love wearing their brands and stuff, such as Midwest Cowboy and like Unfinished Legacy and stuff. So
Yeah.
shout out to both of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So I'll definitely rock their stuff all the time and post in it. But
Mm.
yeah, for sure.
My next question is, what do you generally write about? Like, what are your songs about? Do you write, or is it just free flow? Because I know some people actually don't even write; they just go straight to recording.
Yeah, I do both. This last project's kind of been a combination of punching in like new things that I have come to my mind, um, and also freestyling an entire song. So say a beat starts playing, I'm like, and I'll kind of just mumble across the whole song, and then I'll take the syllables that I was saying during my mumbling, and it also has the melody, of course, and write in words that match those syllables because they kind of fit with the melody that I was coming up with, and then go back and re-record it with the actual words in.
Okay.
So I do that a lot. And normally what I'm writing about is based on the mood of the song. And oftentimes the mood of the song is either sexual, it's either sad, or kind of melancholy. I'd say those few type of emotions.
And are the feel of the song generally the feels of Clayton?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just whatever you're feeling like at the moment then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm sexy, sad, and melancholy. Yeah.
Sexy, sad, melancholy. I don't know. I think that works for a lot of girls though.
Yeah.
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 You
Maybe.
be pulling hoes, Clayton.
I be
You
chilling.
Be
I
pulling
be enjoy nice conversations.
Okay.
I'll be kicking it though, for real. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You be kicking it as in you kick it with the hoes, or you kick it as in you chilling at home?
I do. I kick it with people I
Women.
find interesting,
Yeah.
and then I, kick it at home. I do all types of stuff,
Yeah.
just out here living my little human life and shit,
As you should.
whatever comes my way in terms of life, I just, go with the flow.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do too at this point.
Yeah.
I used to like want to control every moment and everything, but you're gonna be miserable trying to do that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's just not how
That's
life
tough.
works.
Yeah, I
Just
like
go
to
with
chill for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
and just be at home. Me and my brother live together and stuff, and I have a studio in the crib, so I really just be in there kicking it. It's when it's nice out, of course, I'll take my walks and go around. I like dining in. I like going to get fancy cocktails and kicking it and stuff. So
Okay.
if there's anyone that ever wants to join me in terms of you mentioning like girls and stuff, of course, that's always fun. But I like kicking it with my friends too, and just a lot of alone time recently. I've been enjoying that, self-reflection, so
It's necessary to have those periods
Yeah.
sometimes.
I'm glad I have the time to, I
Yeah.
feel like some people don't have the time to just sit down and just like reflect on themselves. I feel like that's like on the top of the Maslow's hierarchy of needs that I'm able to get to. So I'm grateful for that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
You're right. A lot of people don't find the time to do that.
Yeah.
So like you're just going to be living in constant stress and kind of in like fight or flight because you don't have time to sit down, decompress, let your nervous system regulate and all of that,
Yeah,
like we need time to back away from society sometimes.
definitely.
And that's not something that you hear people say often, but that time to yourself and to reflect on what you're really doing, reflect on the world around you, reflect on the people you have around you is so necessary.
Yeah, definitely. It's
Yeah.
hard. It's hard to do that sometimes with all the noise and stuff in your face. You look at Instagram, you're like, oh, this is going on and this is
Right.
going on. I'm just sitting here like, fuck.
Yeah, we definitely live in an
This is
era
okay.
where like we're kind of overstimulated and
Yeah,
there's always something happening,
definitely.
So yeah, sometimes it's okay to sit things out.
Yeah.
Fear of missing out, like yeah, sometimes that happens, but
Do they
I
call
don't know.
that?
I've learned to
They call that FOMO.
Yeah. I used to have it sometimes, but now I'm just like, I'll sit there and look at everybody's pictures and I'm like, oh, they had fun, but I'm still cozy here on my
Yeah.
couch. So
Yeah, definitely. That's what's
Yeah.
up. Cool.
Yep. Do you have any questions or any topics that you want to get into?
Shoot. I mean, there's been a lot going on this summer. I feel like it's been a really busy, crazy summer. Are there
Mhm.
some moments that you've kind of highlighted yourself as been the best moments? It could be music, it could be any events that you went to.
Oh,
I just went to the night market the other
I was
day.
just gonna say
Yeah,
that.
we were both there actually.
Mhm.
That's just
I was
crazy.
so late though. I was there like an hour before it closed.
Oh, okay,
Not
word.
even. But
That's
I
fair.
ran into people like every 5 steps I took.
Yeah.
People that I know. Like every 5 steps.
Yeah.
So,
Milwaukee's small too, so like when there's big events going on, you're going to run into
Mhm.
everyone, like
That's
everyone.
true.
Yeah, so
That
like
is true.
20, 30 people there. I know.
You too, huh?
Maybe more. I don't know.
Yeah. How long? What time did you get there? And how long did you stay?
I got there probably like 7-ish. Yeah, 7:30, and I stayed till about 10. So
Okay. So you were there like the whole time.
decent.
Ish.
Yeah, I think it starts at
Till the
5. So
end.
I was
Does
like,
it start that
yeah,
early?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. See, I was just late. That's because I was like, I showered and I was like, do I want to do this? Do I not? I laid around in my towel for an hour, just not really.
Classic.
Yeah. And I was like, you know what? Let me go outside. Because I was feeling a little funky that day. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was just like my mood was a little bit weird. I'm like, is it because I need to sit down and stay inside or do I need to go outside? So,
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Figured it
Yeah.
out, right?
pretty much.
Cool.
Did you end up going to Summerfest?
I did. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Summerfest was dope. I saw Cautious Clay. I like him a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's I could put you in like his category.
Yeah, that's fair. I've heard that before. I found out his name isn't Clayton. It's
What is it?
Joshua. I was like,
Where's
why?
Clay from
I
then?
don't know. I was like, my bro, you know what I'm saying? We got the same name and shit. That's crazy.
But you got to talk to him or no?
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
no. In my head, I like
He
made
said,
up.
my name's not Clayton. My name is Joshua.
I almost yelled it though because I was in the pit, like right in front of him. So should have yo. Why is your name Clay when it's Joshua? But that was cool. I saw Destroy Lonely. That was fun. I got to perform up with my guy Zonk Roland.
Oh, you did.
Shout out to him. Yeah.
Okay.
So that was cool. Yeah, it was fun.
What stage were you on?
Is it the Sound Waves?
Is that the new one?
I think it's been around. Yeah, it's
Okay.
like a smaller one where it's like meant for DJs to play at, but
Got
like
you.
some of the DJs like brought up some of their homies that make music and stuff.
Mhm.
So
I saw that.
it was fun.
Cool. I
Yeah.
sat Summerfest out this year.
That's
I
fair.
actually have for like the past couple of years.
For a reason at all, or
Not really. Part of me just it kind of lost its appeal for
that's
me.
fair.
I just like I see it as like when I was a teenager, it was super lit. But
Yeah.
now half the people that I know who went, they're like, I feel too old to be here.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
apparently it's just like the crowd is really young now, but
Yeah,
that's probably just because we're getting older and we're noticing it.
maybe. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not sure. I definitely was like, damn, this
Mhm.
like a 16-year-old girl here at this fucking Destroy Lonely show. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Okay, what the hell am I doing here? I went to because I was just walking around. My guy gave me a pit pass and I was just able to go to whatever stage in the pit.
Oh, sweet.
And I walked over to Young Gravy, and I was like, bro, this is like a million 14-year-old white girls.
I was gonna say, I'm sure that's
I was
the
like,
crowd.
whoa, this dude is going crazy up here. What is going on? But I mean, they
All
went.
girls,
Well, I mean, like
but mostly
teenage
a lot.
boys and stuff. There's a bunch of people and stuff.
Just
so.
teenage white kids.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I was like, wow, this is so interesting. But
Mhm.
he was killing that shit though.
Was
I
he?
give him props. Like, I mean, it's not my music that I would turn on necessarily, but
Mhm.
shit,
It was
he's
clearly
doing some
somebody's.
crazy shit. Yeah, for
Mhm.
real.
Yeah,
so
he has a fan base.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. But that was interesting. Yeah. So Summerfest was pretty cool. Brady Street Festival is on next week, right? So
I believe so.
yeah,
Is it Saturday or Sunday?
I think it's Saturday. Yeah.
Okay. Are you performing, or do you know anybody who is?
I don't know anybody that is. I'm not this year.
Okay.
I'm performing the day before at a festival in Oshkosh, actually,
Oh,
interestingly
okay.
enough, on the 28th. And then the 27th, I'll be performing in Black Cat Alley.
I did not know people perform there.
They just started, actually. So,
Really?
yeah.
What day you said?
Thursday.
This
Thursday at
week?
7. Yeah.
Okay.
This is
I might
coming
try
up.
to come down.
Yeah, should be fun. I have an hour-long set, though.
Do you really?
Yeah, so I need to really
Sheesh.
prep some tracks.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I have an hour's worth of music out. So,
Really?
yeah, I have
Do
to
you
record some
plan
more
on-
songs.
Do you plan on doing any new songs?
Mhm.
Premiering anything?
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
probably premiere some stuff. I'll probably do some covers. I'll do some fun ways to kind of shake it up. Try
Okay.
to keep people interested for an hour. I've never had to do that. So, yeah. I have to turn into a
Yeah.
community or something. I have
Right.
to say, hey,
Full blown
hey,
entertainer.
what you guys like
You
to
dance
do in
or
your free
something?
time? Right? Just keep checking my watch. The
Right.
promoter's like, yo, scratching money off of the check they're about to give me. And then Tuesday, I'll be at Cactus Club with Micah, Dwayne, FTBK, and Key Lime.
Okay.
So Micah and Dwayne have an EP they're releasing. So this is their party for it at Cactus Club. So
Okay, cool.
that should be fun. I'm gonna do a couple songs with them for fun. So
Nice.
yeah,
Yeah, sounds like you have a full week ahead of you.
3
then.
shows. Yeah.
So you're
3
definitely gonna
shows.
stay in your little shell for this next
Yeah.
week or two and
Yeah.
do your thing,
I-
practicing, rehearsing,
have
making
to.
more music.
Yeah. I gotta actually finish a song for Tuesday that I'm gonna premiere as well.
Okay.
I only have a demo recorded for it right now, but I can knock
Gotcha.
that out in a few hours today. Actually, I'll probably do it. So
Okay.
yeah, just
Hmm.
trying to stay focused, trying to get content. Man, I feel like I've always been able to come up with the product, like, and I've always been happy about that. But I put it out and then I just kind of like sink back and I'm just like, okay, cool, let's keep making some stuff. But it's like,
Mhm.
no, that shit, you need to keep pushing that.
Absolutely.
You need to keep pushing it until until your next shit is coming out. You know
Right.
what I mean? And the content game has changed so much. And I feel like I've been a little bit behind on it. And I've always been good at promoting myself and like creating like an aesthetic, but I haven't done things that are gonna make me exponentially grow
Yeah.
outside of the city and stuff. I feel like
Mhm.
my name and image has circulated around Milwaukee for some years, but it hasn't shot off into
Yeah.
other cities yet.
I feel like that's kind of a common thing here, though.
Mhm.
It's like you kind of hit a ceiling in Milwaukee,
Yeah.
and then because of the fact that we don't really have that much of a focus from other cities, other countries on our music scene, like
Right.
you kind of stay at that cap for a long time until you really start making those connections elsewhere.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a show in Chicago a few months ago or something. I can't remember the date. Was it like May, early June?
Oh, that was the same day I had a show in Chicago.
You had one that same day?
Yeah, because
That's
I
crazy.
remember I said I was gonna try to slide to yours, but you were
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I
You were
was
going
like
too early or
warming up at
something.
that point and then was about to go up. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
That was was it DJ D something 93?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
And then The Mind was the closer, who I fuck with The Mind heavy. He has
Okay.
songs with some of my favorite artists like Smino, Saba, you name it. So
That's dope.
and then his own music is obviously dope as well. So got to check him out, chop it up with him. It was so interesting because like you go somewhere and nobody knows you. Of course, like
Mhm.
they have their own circle of, influential people and they got stuff going on. And I'm kind of just standing there, just like, of course, like saying hello and chopping it up.
Yeah.
Nobody was like weird or anything, but it's just sometimes when you're in a room with people aren't connected to, like it's kind of just you're gonna be in your separate areas.
Yeah.
And I think what changed that is I eventually went up to perform and the whole crowd was people that didn't know me at all as well. They were here for The Mind and other
Mhm.
people, and they were looking at me and I felt their eyes just like wondering like, who is this dude? What's he about to do? And then about 30 seconds into my song, I started to see the phones raising up. And I was like, okay, I got you
So
now.
y'all feeling it,
I got you now.
huh?
And then from there, I just snapped into that performance mode. And there
Yeah.
was girls in the front. And I was like going up and singing to them and going over here and doing all this and that.
Gazing into their eyes.
Yes, swear I really was like snapped into it. And like
Mm.
that was the moment that I had to. And then as soon as I got done, I stepped back into that green room that was full of 30 people that didn't know me and all had a lot of cool shit going on for them. And they all came up to me like, bro, that shit was crazy, like this and that. So I think that just shows like sometimes you can kind of get caught in your own environment and comfortable in your environment, so used to it. And sometimes people can get used to you and almost like sleep on you. It's like almost sleep
they like
on you
kind
or
of stop seeing the special
yeah
because they feel like they've seen too much of it.
exactly. And then when you get exposed to a different environment and then just like feel appreciated from people at levels that you've hoped to achieve, it's just like reinvigorates me and just confirms that like this hard work is worth it and like keep doing what you're doing type shit. So yeah, it's fun. I'm going to Atlanta actually in September, so I'm hoping to make some connections there. And
Are you gonna perform there?
I don't know, I want to set up some
Try
stuff.
to find something.
Yeah, I know there's a R&B night that they do on Wednesdays. One of my friends was kind of telling me about that, lives there. So yeah,
I think you definitely should try to do some networking online before you get out there.
For sure.
Doing some shows you can get on.
Definitely. So that'd be fun.
Expand your fan base in different cities.
Definitely.
It's important.
Yeah, my brother's from New York, so I got some people out in New York that fuck with me. So shout out to them. I want to get a show out there as well.
You
so
should.
I love New York. New York's fun.
I like New York too.
Yeah,
it's
I love LA. I love New York. Yeah. The different LA and New York are completely different places. It's insane. You think, oh, two big cities on the coast. No, New York is hilarious.
Yeah, New York is like, so are you real?
You shitting me?
Are you
shitting me?
What?
Yeah. What type of animal is that?
That was a minion. Said,
that
what?
was a minion. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah. Okay, but you were talking about the like social media era basically and how it's hard for you to keep up. Like how do you feel about reels and TikToks and all of that?
Man, I mean, I think it's interesting for sure. I think it's changed the entire game, and it makes sense. People, their brains are growing more into just short little quick spurts of dopamine, you know what I mean? So like this is an easy way. We saw it with Vine back in the day, but that kind of left surprisingly and nothing came back until now. And I mean, I'm more interested in reels and TikToks than I am just looking at pictures, but that's just because I have a short attention span.
And bingo, that's what I was going to say. People have short attention spans now, so you have to make an impact as quickly as possible.
And you have to be specific about the tricks that you do to make people want to watch it more. Like it has to, if you choose the 16-second option, you should make it half of that. Like your TikTok should literally be like 5 seconds. Like, literally just you standing in front of the camera listening to a song, and then it could get 1 million plays and now your music blows up. It's like, what? So it's just like, bro, it's something different for me. And I try to do it like people tell me like, yo, you should do it like you're like handsome, whatever. And like, you know what I mean? You could do some R&B shit. I'm like, okay, cool. And I just kind of like do some shit, but I'm starting to figure it out actually. Okay. So
so my next question actually was, how do you feel about making reels and TikToks?
I feel like it's so much easier than you think it's gonna be. I feel like going into it, I was like, damn, I gotta get this angle and I gotta do this in like whatever. And it's like, really, you just gotta set up that camera and just hit play and then just like do a little dance. Or do something you think is funny. It's literally just the thing I'll give TikTok credit for is I feel like it's more personable than Instagram is by itself.
For what reason?
Because I feel like people like just capture themselves in environments that make them look lesser at times. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you'll just see people rolling out of bed and just doing a TikTok. You know what I mean?
It just feels more human.
A little
right?
bit, yeah. It's definitely still very sculpted to be
Right.
into some really lavish looking shit.
But
That's
you'll
the
see
internet in
some real
general.
moments thrown in there.
Yeah, and it feels like more like a homie app.
Mhm.
Instagram feels like you go on there and you're just comparing yourself and trying to look at who's doing the cool shit, where TikTok, it's just you're just laughing at motherfuckers and like
Yeah.
you're just listening to stories and stuff like that. And then there's a bunch of ass as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's so much just random, just quick little bullshit ass shots. It's hilarious, right? Literally. So much of that. I mean, it was built off of that for sure. But
yeah.
in general, yeah,
Mhm.
it's cool. I fuck with it. You know, the algorithm be pissing me off though.
The algorithm.
It's so
Everybody's
we're
favorite.
out here like as a musician, you're literally battling a robot.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
We are fighting AI.
We're fighting a robot just to get some attention,
That's
bro.
insanity.
It's insane. We're putting all.
Do you remember before they even like made that part of Instagram? Like, do you remember when everything you posted was on everybody's timeline?
Yeah. I feel like early high school, for me at least, yeah, it was like that type of shit. Yeah, you just see what your friends do. There wasn't a bunch of random bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't even know what
Wow,
I'm
that
looking
actually,
at
I almost
nowadays.
forgot when Instagram started as. Do you remember like you couldn't leave comments? There was no DM.
I was,
or maybe
like,
there was commenting. There was no DMs.
I was a few years late to Instagram, so
Okay.
I'm not certain.
Yeah, Instagram was a weird place.
I was on Twitter.
Yeah, it was literally just pictures.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And then you look back and they're just very low quality pictures and stuff. And now everybody
Exactly.
has this crazy shit going on. Yeah.
Right. There was also like no such thing as what is it? Oh, I lost my thought.
It's all right.
But anyway, I've known people who got married off of Instagram, who started talking to each other from different countries before the DM phase, before there were DMs. So I'm
Were
like,
they
how
just
did that
commenting
work?
on their photos? Could you do
Yes.
that at least?
Yeah. So I'm like, I guess people find love in different ways, but I'm like, how the hell did you do that?
That's true. Yeah. Have you found love?
No, sir. Maybe once, but that was a dub.
Once, okay.
That was an L.
That was an L.
Took an L.
I feel you.
That was only like last year.
Okay.
And I'm 30 already.
Gotcha.
Like I feel like I spent a lot of my 20s going through it and then healing from going through it,
Right.
and then not wanting to give a very unhealed version of myself to someone else because that wouldn't be fair.
Yeah.
And then I also wouldn't be connecting with the person that my healed version would be connected with either.
That makes sense.
So I kind of like sat out of dating a lot.
That's valid.
Yeah. But I feel like I'm ready now. I feel like I did a lot of healing. I did a lot of thought. I got experience from my last relationship that showed me what I want, what I don't, how, like, what I need to heal from and all of that. So I feel like I'm ready. Yeah. But
that's what's up.
Is there anybody around who I've felt anything for at this point? Not really.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like the dating game has just changed.
In what ways would you say it's changed?
I feel like we've gotten lazier about like how we show our affection.
Yeah.
I also feel like everybody kind of wants to talk to like 10 people at once. And I'm kind of like, I understand dating around a little bit, but once you know that you really are interested in someone, I feel like it's better to just kind of like chill on everybody else. But a lot of people don't have that mindset.
Yeah.
So
that's fair. Yeah, dating's tough for me.
It is.
It's hard.
Is it?
Yeah.
Same. Why is it hard for you?
I feel like commitment is a tough thing for me, not in terms of like if I'm dating someone, I would never do anything against them. But just before even getting into it, like I don't even want to get into it just because I feel like there's so many things my mind is thinking about. And I feel
Yeah.
like my career as a musician, like, always is gonna have like all my attention outside of like my family, of course. But I just don't want. I have like trust issues, so I feel like
Yeah.
people don't have my best interest in that
Yeah.
people are gonna try to or will somehow negatively impact the things that I have going on
I
that
feel
I'm
you.
trying to work really hard towards.
I didn't laugh at you because you said you have trust issues. I laughed because me and Clayton are working on a song called Trust
Oh, true.
Issues.
Yeah, true.
It's literally, I started it, and like for some reason I heard him on it, and so we just linked and he did a verse. We still got to go finish that
Yeah, we
song.
do. Yeah, we
But
gotta hit a payday.
yeah, so we are in a very similar boat with that.
Makes sense.
I very much have trust issues, and I've been trying to come out of being emotionally unavailable,
Yeah,
because I'm not that emotionally available, and I can admit that. I love, and I'm a very loving person, and once I love you, it's extremely intense. So I also just like, I want to make sure you're not going to do me wrong, and you're going to, like, I guess, be in it as much as I am.
right.
Yeah, and that you're not gonna play me.
Makes sense. It's only natural.
Yeah, trust issues.
Trust issues. Yeah, I man, yeah, I've been emotionally unavailable for years.
Is that for a particular reason?
I feel like just like past shit and just I've had moments where I'm like, you know what, let's do this shit. And then just the opposite happened, just on some bullshit.
Mm.
And then I'm like, oh, okay, yep, you were right. Previous Clayton, stay away from all things love,
Yeah.
But I do love and enjoy connecting and being romantic and hugging and cuddling and all that type of shit. But when it gets deep, it just kind of scares me a little bit.
Yeah. And the thing is, I love all that stuff too. And as an emotionally unavailable person who is also like super lovey, it was very hard for me to do that and to not like cross the line into feeling too deep. And I'm like, oh no, what did I get into?
Right.
So that's why, like, I generally don't even be talking to anybody. My line be dry. I feel that. But I'm okay with that because I'd rather it be dry than like the wrong type of person hitting it.
That's valid.
I also don't do well with responding, so it's also partly my fault.
Yeah. Makes sense. Word.
I think when I am emotionally available, I tend to go for emotionally unavailable people. Or maybe I do that because I'm also emotionally unavailable and I see that in them and I'm like, I'll bet we could do this together. Right. We can both have no emotions together. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Word. What else is going on? Anything you're looking forward to?
What else is going on? There's supposed to be a singles event tonight that I got invited to.
That's what's up.
By another podcast host on this network.
What is a singles event? Is that where
she's like, I guess it's like a bunch of games, like dating games.
Oh.
And then
so like speed dating and shit?
I don't know, maybe.
You're gonna find your love tonight.
Yeah, okay. Doubtful. I'll go for a good time. I'll go just to peep. And because she's having soul food catered. I don't really expect or plan to find the one tonight, but I just go for the vibe.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I'm kind of over like looking for somebody. I feel like if somebody is meant to come into my life at a certain point in time, they will. And especially since I'm out a lot networking and just kind of around a lot, if somebody's supposed to be there, they will. But for now, I'm chilling. I'm focusing on the podcast, the music, myself.
For sure.
Yeah.
Dope. I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
Appreciate
it. What about you, Clayton? Have you found love?
No.
Never?
Oh, well, I mean, at times in life, I felt like it was love, of course. A few different girlfriends, but, they didn't pan out, and that's okay.
So does that mean that it wasn't love, or does that mean that, or do you look back and it felt like love at the time, but what you see, it was like, that's not love?
Yeah, I think it was relative to that time of my life. Like my first quote unquote love, thinking about the person I am now and thinking about that situation, I'm like, there's no way that could have been love because that doesn't even make sense. But I think the person that I was at that time was in love with that person, and at that time we connected. And same with the next girl, and that looking back, I'm like, there's no way I could do that. And it's the same type of thing. So I think in those moments, in that time of my life, that felt like love. But looking back now, I'm like, I don't know. That's not what my image of love would be now, at least.
And I've actually been going through that too. I look back, I'm like, that was like toxic attachment. I don't think that was love.
Like a
because that's
codependency.
Not, because I'm like, that's not what healthy love looks like. So I mean, that doesn't mean I didn't love that person, but that wasn't a loving relationship.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So how
did we get here?
To this kind of point of the conversation. I think we were talking about Instagram finding love and stuff like that. And I was like, you ever found love?
That's how we got here.
Let's talk about some more music though.
Okay.
Yeah. When did you start making music also?
So I technically started in 2018.
Yeah.
I made like 1 or 2 songs, and then I just like stopped because I started going through some stuff.
Yeah.
And I also was like questioning if this was the right thing to be doing. Was questioning if it was gonna like ruffle too many feathers of people around me. So I just kind of stopped for a couple years, but I was still intermittently writing in that time period. And then I wrote something that was so dope. I'm like, I gotta record this because it sounds like this is a bop. So it was right when the pandemic started. I believe it was 2020 when I was like, let me get back in the studio. I think that was also the time everybody, or a lot of us, were kind of thinking about, okay, what is it that I actually want to do? What makes me happy? Because the pandemic had us all inside. Yeah. Had us inside. It had us separated, and it had us, well, those of us who are deep thinkers, it had us deep in thought, right? Yeah. So I was like, okay, let me go for this. And I did. And then I was afraid for another year to drop anything. 2021, I sent that song to 88.9. They started playing it. I still didn't release it for a while until I was like, okay, let me just drop it. So I really been making music since I would almost say 2021. Oh. Yeah. Cool. That was a long way to say that. But Gave context to it. Yeah. Yeah. But it's really cool when you can see like your own growth. Absolutely. And progression. It's weird to me to even think I started doing this 5 years ago, because I'm like, where did the time go? Right. Yes. You ever go back and listen to your old songs and you're like, trash. But it also makes you feel good because you listen to your new shit and you're like, okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. There's plenty in my files that gets listened to and never to be dropped. But I'm like, I see what I was trying to do. The lyrics are cool though, but this isn't it. That's not it. But yeah, you definitely are proud of yourself when you see how far you've come. Definitely. Mm-hmm. That's cool. You have those songs too, I'm sure. Yeah. Jeez. That's the first song I ever put out on SoundCloud. I mean, it's had a catchiness to it. It was cool. But I'm just like, holy shit, this shit is butt, man. This is not good. But not it. It's cool to compare though, to see where you're at nowadays, and you're like, okay, at least that means I've been growing, so a lot. So it's cool. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, I've been asking this question a lot for some reason. Do you believe in aliens? Yeah, I do. Do you believe they come here? Do you think they try to interact with us?
That's tough. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised, I guess. I don't know if belief means there's any proof to it or anything.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm more just like I wouldn't be surprised about anything weird as fuck that's
Yeah,
happening.
there's
Yeah, I mean, you look
nothing
up
will
into the
surprise me.
sky and like you're just like, what the fuck is all that? You know,
Yeah,
who knows what's out there? It's an
Right.
endless amount of space. There's no way in the hell that there's nothing
Just
else.
us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and some
it
shit
just
that's
doesn't make
way
sense.
more intelligent than us. You know, I feel like I don't know, parallel universes and all
Mhm.
types of shit. There might be a whole nother universe that's just like this, but there's just 100 times more smarter. And who knows what an alien looks like? It could be some shit that you can't even see. It could be
Exactly.
doesn't have to be that weird gray motherfucker that you be seeing
Exactly.
with the big head.
There's probably so many different races too of
Yeah.
them.
True.
You know.
So I shit. Bring it on.
Do
I'm with
you
it.
believe that they influence our technology or have?
I mean, yeah. I feel like I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if the reason our brain was able to open up in the way that it did and like be able for us to ask the question why,
Mhm.
whereas other animals are just eat, sleep, shit, kill, you know.
Right.
And we were like, wait, but why am I eating? Why am I doing this again?
Mhm.
It's like, oh, maybe because of this or this and stuff. I feel like that could have been influenced by some sort of higher power, you know.
Mhm.
Some maybe believe that it's some form of God, some believe maybe this and that. I don't know what it is,
Mhm.
but I think something influenced that specific thing, and that's the reason that we were able to go down this path.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Cool.
I don't know. That's the thing, is we all are in the same boat. People forget sometimes that we all don't know why the fuck we're here. We don't know what we're supposed to be doing here, and we don't know what happens when it's over.
Why do you think that is? Do you think that there is a truth, that a universal truth that someone knows but that has hidden from the masses?
I don't think the information is. I think there could be a truth somewhere, maybe, but you know, I think we're so far down the road it can only be believed.
Yeah.
And there's so many truths, and it also could be a game of telephone where it's changed down the road and stuff.
Right.
So if someone strongly believes that we're here for a specific reason, then me saying we don't know why the fuck we're here, it's not, you know, me disputing what they strongly believe. Like if that's what they believe, that's okay, and
Yeah.
I respect that. But it's all beliefs, you know. Nobody can tell me precisely what happened, you know, why we're here, and precisely what happens after we're done. It's so interesting.
It is interesting.
And we're all just like, I don't know, let's get some money.
Right, pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so when are you dropping your next EP, or you're dropping an album? But I want to
Yeah.
know when you're dropping your next singles first.
I'll probably drop some singles towards the end of the summer.
Okay.
Yeah. I got 2 songs pretty much ready to go. I just got to finish mixing them, but yeah. And I just dropped my song Stay about, was that like a few weeks ago or so? So check that out. Check out the music video with Run Along Forever if you haven't seen that. But yeah, new singles coming soon. New videos coming soon. Album in the works.
Dope.
Sweet.
It's exciting. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap up. Thank you so much for joining me, Clayton. It's been a great conversation with you. I always like talking with like-minded individuals.
Yeah,
So,
agree.
yeah. Thanks for coming.
Much love. Thank you.